Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about Scorpio in the 7th house. So, what does it mean when we have Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio, in the 7th house in your D1 birth chart? The first divisional chart in Vedic astrology, so we'll talk about that today. But before we go into that, I'd just like to let you guys know that I am a certified Vedic astrologer. I give, readings based on the most practical things within your chart that you can use on a daily basis to improve your life, like mantras and rituals and, some tools that you can use and some deities that you can work with to become, more spiritually evolved and awakened and all that good stuff. So, yeah, check it out at vincent.thunderwizard.com. Links are down below in the description, so you can check it out. Okay, so Scorpio in the 7th house. So when we have Scorpio in the 7th house, we need to understand first what the 7th house means and what the sign of Scorpio means. So let's get into that. So the sign of Scorpio is basically all about the darker side of life. It's all about birth, death, sex, transformation, sudden ups and downs, sudden gains and losses, sudden transformations, sudden shifts, sudden changes, things like that. This is also the sign that deals with your psychology. It's also the sign that deals with the occult, mysticism, spirituality, like the darker side of spirituality, and things like that. The secrets, occults, stuff like that. So today we're talking about that, and then we have Scorpio, and then we have the 7th house. So what is the 7th house? 7th house is going to be the house of your partner, your spouse, your wife or your husband, or domestic partner, I don't know, whatever the hell they're calling them these days. You get the point. Anyway, so this is the sign, the house of your significant other. So, so this is the house of your marriages, your business partners, your contracts, your business dealings with other people. This is like, this is how you relate to other people and things like that. So, yeah, it's mainly though it's the house of your spouse and your business partners and the legal agreements and legal contracts, legally binding things that you have to that you have to fulfill. So your contracts and your partnerships with other people, it's legally binding matters. So anyway, so when we have Scorpio in the 7th house, we have the sign of sudden ups and downs in the house of your marriage, which is not the most pleasant thing ever. So we have that. And so if you do have Scorpio in this placement, that means you are a Taurus ascendant. So I would encourage you to go look at my video on Taurus ascendant, and that'll give you a better idea of what's going on in your entire birth chart. But for the 7th house, we have Scorpio. So we have the sign of basically transformation and sudden change in the house house of marriage and partnerships and things like that. So you know, it's going to be it's like, so someone with this placement, your partner will be very there's no easy way to say this, very unstable. Yeah, you know, it's a sign of, it's this placement signifies that you'll constantly be going in and out of relationships, in and out of, partnerships, marriages, and all that good stuff. So, yeah, it's it's not a very good placement for Scorpio here. He's not very happy here. So, when we have this placement, it's kind of we would like, yeah, it's just one of those things where you can't find a steady, stable partner, or this might have to do with the attributes of your relationship. So, for example, you might relate to your partner on like a more sexual level, a more deeper level, a psychological level, where it's, you connect psychologically or you connect sexually, but it's like just like it's not stable, basically. So this is like, it's a hard placement, because it kind of, well, like I said, it's all about change and transformation. So this means that your partner will want to change you, will want to, make you change and mold into their perception of you. Of course, being a Taurus ascendant, that means that you're not going to want to do that. So, I mean, it's hard. So, yeah. Of course, you're going to want to look at the placement of Mars here. So, let's just say if your seventh house. So, in order to kind of understand how this is positioned, and the positive and negative aspects of it, to this position, you're going to want to look at any planets that are placed in your seventh house, and then you're going to want to look at the ruling planet of Scorpio, which is Mars. So if you have no planets in your seventh house, then you would look at Mars. This is the lord of the seventh house. So so if Mars is placed in, let's say, in Aries, then there's going to be a lot of passion here. So a lot of, sexual passion and all that good stuff. And then, of course, we have, the other side of passion, which is anger. And so there might be a lot of passionate intimacy, but also a lot of passionate anger and fighting and things like that. So yeah, but if Mars is in a place like Libra, where he's more balanced and more or Taurus, where he's more grounded, so if he's in Libra or Taurus, then that's a good sign. That's a good thing. That kind of balances him out, kind of calms him down and makes him want to balance things out and achieve a dynamic harmony with you. So yeah, it's or harmony in your relationships. So yeah. So anything else I could say here? Let me check on time and I'll be right back. So no, that's about all I have for you guys today. So if you would like a Vedic astrology reading, if you want to know more about your 7th house and all that good stuff, then you can go to vincent.thunderwizard.com, links in the description. And if you want if you want my energy work courses, which, help you, empower you, get you in the flow of energy, and they're really, really the most powerful energy work courses that I've ever experienced, so they're awesome. You can check those out at patreon.com/Gebo the Shaman. And I offer support groups where we basically, it's the cheapest thing that I offer, that's like me, like one-on-one with you, or what, in a group with you. Basically I did this so that people could have an opportunity to be in a supportive environment and have, like, a group of people that they could depend on to share things with, and to be vulnerable with, and to be, open about their emotions with. Because in society we can't do that, right? We feel like we can't be open about our emotions. We have to be, we have to be stoic and all that good stuff. So but no, this support group is basically designed to, it's a small group of like 5 people that we meet weekly, and it's basically, designed to offer you emotional support. So and I'll be there to offer you some tools that you can use to as like coping mechanisms and things like that you can use. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good opportunity for some growth and some openness and vulnerability. So if you want that, you can go to, if you want the support groups, you can go to linktree/Gebo the Shaman, patreon.com/Gebo the Shaman. Check those out. And then we have the career and life coaching available. So if you want a one-time session with me, you can go to the links down below in the description and find that. I offer one-time courses. I offer one-time consultations. I offer ongoing consultations too. So, after that one-time consult with me, if you feel like I've been helpful to you, then you can work with me on a monthly basis if you like. I also offer distance energy healing. So if you want that, you can go to the links down below in the description. And yeah, so that's a very powerful and healing thing. I use this these Qigong methods. I build up the energy, and I basically, that's me tapping into the energy, and then I basically send it to you through shamanic ritual and things like that. It's very powerful stuff. Alright, so, and then I offer, of course, Vedic astrology readings. So if you want a Vedic astrology reading with me, you can go to vincent.thunderwizard.com. And yeah, alrighty guys, so that's about it for me, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.